good evening and welcome. It's time once again, as it sometimes is, to start a new EU4 campaign. This one was put up to a vote. It was Prome versus the big blue bloc as Montenegro versus Avaria. And whilst it was pretty hot between Prome and Montenegro, who doesn't even start on the map, it was Prome who won out, courtesy of the spin of the wheel. So what's our goal here? We're going to be starting as Prome here, the Burmese minor, and, well, we're just going to form the Roman Empire. Forming Rome in the game is fine enough, but I really want to recreate 117 AD Roman borders like that. It's going to be a pure blobbing, map painting campaign, probably quite self-indulgent actually, making it quite different from the other two campaigns that were on offer. That presents a lot of difficulties for Prome. For one, I need to actually get to Europe. If I want to form Rome, I have to be pagan or Christian. Probably going to be favouring Christian, but I'll probably avoid Catholic because we've been in a Catholic bender lately. So, is there anything else I need to say? Probably not much more than that. All settings are on normal this time. There'll probably be people going, why not very hard? The answer is because sometimes I want very hard and sometimes I want normal. And this is the... I'm not logged in? Oh well, what a shame. Roman Empire 01. Let's prepare ourselves for the eventuality of more than 10 restarts. Coptic would be pretty grand, also pretty difficult to work together with getting myself into Europe. So, Kingdom of Prome, 1444, what's there to say about this nation? Not a heck of a lot, I don't think. Let's see. We start off with a fairly average king, unfortunately speccing in Diplo instead of military. I say we change that quite swiftly. We'll set national focus to military straight away. We're a bog standard kingdom, except for the mandala system that we have. So, extra contributions from subjects, extra income from subjects. I'm probably going to put that to use because I can see myself wanting quite a few subjects here. If I expand too much in Asia, it's going to be pretty difficult to move my capital over to Europe, which is something I definitely do want to do because the bulk of our heartland is going to end up in Europe. I mean, we're going to be forming the Roman Empire. Anything else we need to know or care about here? We actually make a surplus. Who would have thought? Before I forget anything else, I'm going to assign my merchants. We collect here. And we are going to send somebody to Bengal just to transfer. Keeps money out of the hands of my enemies in the Bengal node. Unless I end up in the Bengal node, then I'll need to rethink that. And also gives me 10% extra strength in Burma itself. Groovy, nothing to say here or here. Burmese ideas. Not many people have seen these, I imagine. Tax and land maneuver to start us off, which is a bit... manpower, combat ability for cavalry, and that's a pretty low-ish manpower amount. Religious unity plus 20%, I suspect we're going to need that, but we're going to need 2 idea groups to get it. Army traditions, always good. Unrest minus 2 is wonderful, because God knows I face a lot of unrest in my campaigns. Attrition, infantry cost, but we finish off with core creation costs, so huzzah for us there. Call me mad, but why am I not having my hotkeys work for these at all? That is very weird. That is exceptionally weird. Why in the world would these not be working? There we go. For some reason my countdown timer interfered with hotkeys there. Who would have thought? Okay, what's the political situation in and around Ava? We are Ava's subject, tributary subject at that. Ava's the hot dog here. They control the best and super nice lands around here in Burma. Not all the best though. We're quite fortunate to have an 11 development farmlands, but we look on with envious eyes at Tangu, who... Oh, I thought they had Tangu ideas. Who would have thought they have Burmese? Still, envious eyes with them. They have 14 development. They have Chinaware. We have Ivory in ours at least, though. What's that brilliant coat of arms? I hope you mean this, our own one, because it's fairly brilliant. So since we're a tributary subject of Ava, we should be offered a fair bit of protection from external declarations of war, but not internal ones. And we want to strike out to a coastline because I need to get exploring and make my way over to Europe as fast as I can. Whether that means cutting through a land bridge here if the situation is trepidatious enough around the Suez, or if we go the long way around Africa. Whatever gets me in Europe is all the better. So, first questions first, who do we get as our allies? We have options. Some of the options are better than others. I got Kruker saying YouTube scrub here. Congratulations on the ascension, but I know you've been here before. You've been here plenty of times before, Krukers. Just finished watching the VODs for Naxos. Good luck with the new one. I stay and watch, but I have to head out to work. Work? I mean, it's Thanksgiving today. Who would be working? Ayutthaya seems like a pretty solid choice of an ally, although I question Mongpai. I also question Lana. Lana would probably be a bit keen on me, and they're enemies with Tangu as well. See, here's my thinking. There's two things I want to nail down here. Maybe three. I want to get a border with Ming, so that if they collapse, I can go and punch them for money. And that would certainly help fund us a lot. I also want to get myself a strong heartland here, where I'm by the coast. I need to maximize my development worth for me. So I want my development on the coast with lots of buildings. Because every bit of development I take is development I need in Europe in order to move my capital. And I want to do that, otherwise I'm going to be crippled by both being over my territory limit, and also the insane states cost maintenance that there is for having your capital so far away. We were kneecapped by that during Naxos. So what are we going to do? We're going to get that alliance, of course. I'm going to improve relations with Lana in the hopes to get an alliance with them. They always hit fairly hard, and they have a lovely mountainous capital fort in Chiang Mai, which would make them an excellent ally outside of the Ava sphere. So improve relations there. And then there's Tangu. We don't really like Tangu. We should make it clear to everyone that we don't like them. They're enemies of Lana, so that could actually help in getting them to be our friend. So we point the finger at Tangu. There's also Arakan and Pegu. Pegu are enemies of Lana as well, but I am worried if they are friendly with Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya is hostile towards them. Well, then we string up Pegu, and Arakan I can't imagine being anybody's concern, but I will want probably these provinces, since it includes Chittagong, which is a world port. I want to capture that for myself. So we'll name them all as our rivals, and we will point the finger at Tangu, saying that that land is ours. So let's get that spy network going. You could use the capital moving exploit since you no longer work at Paradox. Nah, I'd rather not. Oh, maybe not an exploit, but I had an idea for this campaign, which was going Horde, but I think I'll save that one for later. Alright. Anything else I need to think or care about? Potentially, but let's not worry about it for now. I want that alliance with Lana, certainly. We could just marry them to get it all done. Oh, Pegu's opinion increases for our joint faith. I worry a bit about Tangu's alliances. I mean, what if he also gets Ayutthaya? What if he gets Langshang? We could maybe preempt that by looking at who he's friendly with. Oh, he's friendly towards Pegu. If he gets them, that's a bit of trouble for me, because Pegu have that very unfortunate fort. He's allied with Shenhui, which is not a big deal. They don't have anything to worry about, and they're quite far away. And I would like to just DOW him straight away, but I wouldn't be able to take on both of them, I dare say. Let's flex ourselves a bit, so we're ready for him. He's got a level 4 military leader, so I'm only just keeping up by doing national focus there. Alright. Lana, I want that alliance faster, so let's just get friendly. Super friendly, and keep it going. I work as a deli attendant. I haven't made it for a stream in months, so I count myself as a YouTube scrub, says Crookers. Ava want our tribute, so they can certainly have it. I'm also feeling like the music is a tad loud, so let's bring that down a touch. Varies so much from song to song. Right, so with that I can get my alliance with you. I would also like to solidify my alliance with Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya have caused me no shortage of problems throughout my campaigns, but having them as an ally is wonderful. You get 2 subjects essentially for free. They're outside of the Ava sphere, so if I get attacked I get Ava and Ayutthaya protecting me. And they have wonderful areas here to expand into, and if I recall well, I obviously don't, they don't have cores there, it's Chimera that has a core on you. And Lana are the ones offering us an alliance, isn't that just wonderful? I hope they want that land from Shenhui. They do, that means I can call Lana into a war against Tangu, promise them land from Shenhui and just give them that on the peace table. Sounds exquisite as long as I'm the one that holds Tangu itself. So we're going to really bulk up in preparation for the war. And it shouldn't take us too long to actually get our claim on it. Unfortunately, he's allied with Arakan as well, and that puts me at odds on both sides. So perhaps I should consider Arakan as Langshang and Tangu, and then there's Pegu that has Khmer and Shenhui. We'll get claims on all sides and be ready for anything that goes our way. There's no particular need for me to break out as soon as possible because I'm deadlocked by getting exploration ideas and sending out my explorers and such. Also, welcome to the family, a merry prankster. I kind of think of it, this is the first new campaign I've started since going full time. I would say let's make it a good one, but if I do that, heaven knows I'm going to be steamrolled. I got a bad history in this region. I've played as Manipur before, and if you haven't seen the many deaths of Manipur, it's worth a watch. It's just like a minute long. Is there a reason Jake has not been playing RimWorld or just a classic? I play it what I want. There's only so many hours in the day. We've got strategy, had Dungeon Keeper going, we've had Payday going quite a bit recently. So many games, and finally so much time, but time is still limited. Manipur was so good, says Sidoin. Manipur was pain from start to finish. It was like a RimWorld challenge. Oh, and the bullying by the Chinese. I'm looking forward to getting revenge on Dali. Even though there's not really much incentive for me to expand into here, because it's such high development, it's going to make it difficult for me to move over to Europe. Alright, I am moments away, as in right now, able to make my claim on Tangu. We'll keep that there, we can strike when the moment is right, because it doesn't seem quite right just now. I wonder if I could make Mong Pai be interested in this, because I could bring in Mong Pai and Lana against Tangu with Arakan and Shenhui, but that means I would most certainly be screwing over Mong Pai, but what I could get is land off of Arakan separately for myself out of it all. It's not a terrible idea. Look at that land now, I can say, yeah, come on in, we got loads of land for you. Let's bulk up a bit more before such a war. Because yeah, we should be able to slaughter Tangu straight up, and then there's just a couple of other knickknacks to take care of. I don't like Mong Pai that much, I want to carve him down quite soon, but let's be ready for that eventuality. 7 on 6, and I want to get myself a ruler general. Oh, that's pretty garbage. Now looking at it, yeah, I could bring them both in and curb stomp Tangu. Pegu have the gall to claim Prome as their own, so Pegu are eyeing me up, as are Arakan. Thankfully, Ava should protect me in such cases, as should Ayutthaya, so if they do decide to declare war on me, more fool them. Looking forward to Jake doing a RimWorld Arctic village at some point, maybe with a world temperature slider on minimum. It would be nice to do a proper Frostpunk Factorio run. Trust me, the idea is there. Okay, I don't see much of a reason not to just rush this guy. I will betray Mong Pai because I don't intend on having him on my side, but I will certainly give this over to Lana, and probably take everything I can off of Arakan as soon as I can. Oh man, Mong Pai is full of filthy pagan land. So let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Well, that is that we get destroyed. But let's do what we can and make it work for us. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Funny getting all these updates from Japan. Don't really know if I really should be knowing everything about Japan at this point. Yeah, so much as I would love to do that in RimWorld, truth is I'm no good at RimWorld, right? You've seen me at the game. I'm a bit of ass and chips at it. Well, damn. That went pretty damn good, and I took just the right amount of casualties that I can consolidate my units and be back down to my force limit. 7 out of 7. Perfectly played, if I dare say so myself. And, ooh, I really hope that Lana takes this province. I'll tell Lana to get to work on it. But that's Mong Pai. Probably because Mong Pai want the province. Yeah, fine, take my dosh. What does it matter to me? I need to make sure that I'm on this one, though. That's a shame, because Mong Pai working over there. Yeah, I don't want to give it to Mong Pai. I want to give it very specifically to La Na. A bit of a shame. Probably should have thought about that going into this, but I did not. I doubt I can get Mong Pai to let that one go. Well, with a bit of luck, Shenhui actually take it back, and Mong Pai gets over here. Come on, Mong Pai, make your move. Meanwhile, Tangu is out of the story, so this is fairly clean for us. Wait, there's a Prome. Jake's going to form the Roman Empire as them? That is all correct. Seoul have gone full-on pirate, so let's not go there. I don't want to get raided by them till the end of days. Alright, Mong Pai, you've had your fun staring down the enemy. Ooh, newborn daughter. Normally I cast those into the sea, but we don't have a coastline, so let's have ourselves a new daughter. Question is, who's the daughter going to be? And I think we're going to go with the daughter Elghorn. Now we got ourselves a new queen. Excellent, so we're all set up for the early death of Het Pagan. Funny, because we're not pagan at all, but if we were pagan, we'd be more eligible to be the Roman Empire. Forming Roman Empire requires quite a few things. Oh, tell you what, I do not want this place falling. Don't even want to take a risk of it falling, so we'll put on defensiveness. It barely costs us anything. I see my allies running away from me a bit here, whilst I see Shenhui and Arakan getting together, which is not what I want. I want them over here and retaking Shenhui. But as long as I nail down Tangu, at least that's one person and one province I don't have to care about for a while. You should go for Pagan Roman Empire, says Dusty. I should, but I will not. I'm going to split my armies in the hope that they... Oh, crumbs, this is bad news for me. Ayutthaya is at war with my ally. Ayutthaya is in a whole bunch of wars right now. They must have started it. Or they're not a... Yeah, they decided to fight Langshan with La Na. They're actually at war with both of my allies. This could turn out to be one of those days after all. Okay, well those aren't my allies getting crushed. It's fine if they liberate that province, but we still have armies to crush before we can safely move on here. So hopefully they still stick to me, but they could well not. Look, there's Mong Pai running around. Mong Pai is about to get Mong crushed there unless I back him up. I don't actually like my odds of backing him up there. Right, that was enough to stop them from doing that, but okay, maybe not. I don't really want this fight to happen. I want to take Tangu. I want you to get out of there. Seriously, get out of there. Pegu is gunning down Arakan. Well, it's all heating on here. But that's good news for me. That gives Arakan a new enemy. And that might be somebody that wipes out Arakan's troops for me. But it blocks me from going to Sandaway, so hopefully they fight here and I can just nip in and take the province. And since Shenhui is involved, Shenhui is allied with Pegu, Tangu and Mongyang, but not Arakan. What a complex political situation from the very start. But will Langshan have honoured with Arakan? Tangu dishonoured with Arakan? So Tangu and Arakan have broken up. Good grief, that's complex. Alright, Mong Pai, move into Sandaway and get it for me. Yeah, you can all just have all the access you need. I'm gonna play the politically apathetic Central Power here. Ava and Shenhui have backed off a bit, which is fine. Lana is keeping their lands. Actually, they're getting a bit crushed there. Pegu's on their way there. I don't like that. I'm going to sneak in with this in the hopes that Pegu does not grab Sandaway before I do. However, I also want to make sure that Sandaway is under my control and not Pegu's. I'm going to deny Pegu expansion in the hopes that my powerful allies will keep them from desiring it from me. But what I want Pegu to do is to slaughter the Arakan army. Give me an easier time here. But this needs to be liberated. I don't want it going to Mongpai. Lan Na is a better friend for me. Even if Lan Na is at war with Ayutthaya, this is just a war of circumstances. I don't really need Maraku. I just need Pegu to crush the Arakan army. So we get Sandaway, that's fine. What's not fine is if Arakan comes to liberate it, which they could well do. And Mongpai is not attaching to me. I would like them to, so I could use their units here. My one port is blockaded. Where are you from? Says Salami Plaque. I'm from Scotland. Oh, that's not very nice. Inflation for inflation I don't have. Like, that's pretty dang bad. Well, no, that is all pretty bad. If I was piecing out with somebody right now for loads of money, then I could pay that off, but I have absolutely no inflation here, so I'll give this to me. I'll just have that sit in the corner for a while in case I get a good opportunity to... No, I don't think there is good opportunity for peace here. But there's a big opportunity for me getting my ass kicked with Shenhui coming the way down. Alright, let's just eat the... There we go. Let's just have him come down. He's probably going to team up and give me some grief, but the fact that Mongpai is not coming to help me here is a bit of a shame. What is Shenhui planning here? Alright, this is unfortunate. Arakan's probably going to get their land back, and Pegu is not taking the fight to them. I just surrendered a fairly favourable position to them, but my allies ran away, so there wasn't much I could do there. Raids through the jungle, why that sounds like military power for me. Can't wait to not be Ava's tributary subject, so I don't keep having to give him the dosh, because I don't want to give him the dosh. Numbers are on our side, but the fact that my allies are involved in many other wars is hurting me here. Blows that is gone. Also blows that Shenhui, which I keep forgetting, this is Shenhui. Shenhui is only at war with us, so they're not going to be aggroed by the powers of Pegu, and Pegu's busy doing God knows what down there. It's a pretty unfavourable situation. Then again, there's nothing forcing me to make my peace with Arakan. Once Shenhui's capital falls, courtesy of Lana, I could peace out with them. I should probably get up there so that I... Oh, what's this? Oh, Pegu's sending in a single stack. More power to them, I guess. But Pegu's making their way across with an actual army. If Pegu actually doubles down against them, then that works for me. I can also go and rout Shenhui here, as Pegu scares their army off. Unfortunately, that means Pegu gets this. I don't want that, and I certainly don't want to fight Shenhui with my own troops. But if I can just rout Shenhui, then I have far less to worry about in this war. Oh god, that's pretty bad. Arakan reinforcing that is the worst. So let's just make our way around here. And hope that we don't get mauled by a double team of them. They're all just sitting over there. I think this is the worst way it could have come about. However, if I can get Sund away for myself, that's fine. If I get attacked, then that is not fine. Oh, dang, Pegu's going for it. Alright, Pegu gave Sund away to me, which is excellent. Now I just arc my way around. I would like to separate piece Arakan, but it's unlikely I can do that with my minuscule war score on them. 24 does not beget me that province. However, once Marak U falls, I might be able to. That's going to take a lot though, and that's going to take so long that I'm probably going to lose my own province here. Ugh, that blows. He's going for that. I was hoping Pegu would crush him. Yeah, Pegu, have all the access into my lands that you need. But do me a favour and crush that. Shenhui's about to go down, which is promising for me. Prome gets a claim on Yamethin. I'm not sure I want claims on my tributary overlord Ava right now, but Ava can hate me all they want. That's not really a big deal. Mind you, there are all these diplomats that I've got here building spy network, but it's not really working for me at this point, is it? Are you using the defensive edict? Naturally. Let's keep a strong relationship with Ayutthaya. Looks like they're set to expand, so I want that expansion to be working for me, not against me. Very unfortunate that they're making good headway on my capital here. Oh, super unfortunate is that Lana dropped Shenhui, which I did not want them to do. Well, if he's coming to team up with me, then it's all fine and dandy, but it looks like he's not. This could still be one of those days. Supply shortage hitting me hard as well. The thing is, Tengu certainly don't want this war anymore. Let's get rid of the one on Arakan. I'll keep the one going on Pegu because there's still the distance to go on Pegu. But yeah, I would love Pegu to crush the Arakan army, which is what they're currently busy not doing. If they did, then I could liberate my capital quite easily. Instead of my allies getting themselves thumped in this war. And there we go, Pegu's just letting that attack happen. So that's working quite a bit against me here. I certainly want Tengu off the map, but they're not keen on something that results in that just yet. I mean, I could do something like this, which still gets me onto the coastline, but I do want Tengu gone. It's a good province. That said, I'm about to lose a pretty big advantage here. My allies are pretty knackered, and I'm kind of relying on Arakan coming in here. Also, this would cheese off Lana to... Oh, well, no, they wouldn't be so cheesed off for some reason. I wonder why that is. Probably because they're dying. They still want the land, though. And as much as I'm saying I'll give that to Shenhui, I don't actually want Mongpai. I don't want Mongpai to get that much stronger. Do I even have many allies here? Where are they all? That's Lana. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. They've breached the walls over there and I'm not in a position to counterattack here. All your allies are in shallow graves, Jake. Yes, they are. And there's no way for me to take Tengu here. Nor can I take Marak-U. Yeah, this could be done. I don't like it very much. But it sets me up to declare war on Pegu. And Pegu's allies will not join in. I wonder if Ayutthaya is interested in fighting Pegu. Probably, because they like that land. So that might not be a bad idea, all things considered. And I won't be screwing over my ally that much. So how about we call it there. That leaves Tengu with a couple of fairly crippled allies, and I can come back in 10 years to take him down. Alright, we should take the advantage while we can. Humiliation is another option. Vassalization is not. Humiliate's always quite nice, however, it costs a lot, and we're actually in a bad situation here. So let's take this. I could not give that to Mongpai. And you know what? He wouldn't even be that mad for some reason. Can't figure out why, but he wouldn't be mad at all. Interesting. In that case, I can take the war reparations and come back for him even faster. Don't want to take money, it'll be shared to my allies. But I get my coastline at least, that's a good start. Yoink. There we go, trust remains pretty good. I wonder why they weren't so cheesed off. But no, this is a great start. I didn't have a claim on it, that's fine, we'll get it all cored up. And whilst it's possible that Pegu does take that, it's also quite possible that I utterly destroy Pegu. I want the province of Pegu, of course, I want the whole area. The problem is promising Ayutthaya land and all of this. Shenhui will get... Oh, of course, Shenhui was their ally. But Khmer won't get drawn in. Ayutthaya would love to be in part of this, but they're in another war. A war that they are dominating in, so that's fine by me. So I'm going to make this claim on Pegu. I should probably claim more of Pegu, all things considered. Alright, they'll be the next ones to go then. Good thing about that war is that I didn't take any real losses. A little bit of manpower loss from sieging and 1,000 units consolidated in, and that's it. And I still have 2 allies. One of them's getting beaten up, but I still prefer Lana over Mongpai considerably. We'll keep them around, they can still be useful. I wonder what's going to happen to that province of Arakan's. Pegu still wants it, there's no fort on it, so there's no problem if Pegu takes it and then I take it off of Pegu. Rome's port was called Ostia, so you should name the port Postia. Would it be Prostia? There we go, Prostia is ours. Okay, so Pegu have 100% on Arakan, but they're still at war with Langshan. Langshan, however, are getting Langshanked. Ah, Ayutthaya are now interested in my war with Pegu. I should probably just get them involved while Khmer are still a no-show. I'll break the alliance, but it will put me in a bad situation where I'm in a rather nasty war with Pegu, who's probably going to, well, you know, instantly put me under occupation. Also, I have nowhere good to run. I should be getting military access through my allies here, so that I can join up with my good friend. I don't want to betray Ayutthaya, but I want all this land for myself. I don't know how I can marry these two ideals. Best thing would be if Ayutthaya takes these lands, then he has a border with Shenhui and I could sell Shenhui out to them. But that may not happen. And however it does go down, we should be ready. He does want to get involved. Naturally my other friends do not, because no favors and whatnot. However, Lana could be offered land, but them fighting in another war leaves them a bit scuppered. Yeah, I think it's a good move. Even if I'm immediately under risk of Pegu crushing, it's good to make my allies work for me as quickly as they can. I mean, look, they've dominated Langshan. Otherwise it's Lana and Mongpai. Lana and... oh yeah, both of my allies of course, but they're stomped down a fair bit. So let's just get the war going. Clunk. Of course I want Pegu. It'll take a while to take, but what you're gonna do... just keep those wars going. Khmer dishonored, Shenhui have honored. Might be able to knock Shenhui out quite quickly, actually. Ooh. Yeah, you can take that dosh. Another idea, this is going to significantly weaken the Pegu army. Could actually knock them out entirely if it doesn't go so well for them. I don't have access to Tangu, and naturally he won't give it to me. Okay, no, that Arakan army is fraught and distraught. Let's focus on Shenhui. Pegu is going into where exactly? I don't know, but I'm keeping Shenhui under lock and key here. And there we go. A bit of a problem is that Ayutthaya wants all of this. So I shouldn't let him get all of this, otherwise he will just take it all. He's a greedy guy, much like me. So I want to be in a position where I can clamp down on the provinces. We'll start off with Mataban. Hopefully we can get it before they go for it. Unfortunately, Pegu's zone of control is right there. And also, unfortunately, got a breach on my fort straight away. Also, unfortunately, he's getting reinforcements, so this could still be one of those days. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. My paltry occupation here is near meaningless. I'm going to be under total occupation at this rate. That's bad news for me. Alright, see if you can't go and get Ayutthaya to attach to us or something. Get those reinforcements while we can. Don't know how much Shen Wei wants out of this war, because I'd like to get them out ASAP, but that one province isn't going to cut it, I dare say. Alright, he's not playing ball here. However, if I get Shen Wei's capital under occupation, well, not occupation, but sieging, which is what you're not doing. Alright, let's try it. If I can knock Shen Wei, then I have far less to worry about, but he's making double time on my capital, which kind of blows. We're going to be another one of those 20 war score starts. Feels like it. And you also need Ayutthaya to take down Langshang's capital. He's fairly got it crushed up. Man, he's getting all the best rolls here. Okay, well, you've got it. No need for you to go 100%, surely. Alright, that's not enough. But Prome's about to go, which is a bit of a shame. Unless, of course, Ayutthaya joins up with me and we make a miraculous defense of my own capital. Do we have access through Hippishaw? We do not. But we could get it in a short moment. Ah, you're going for it. Well, that's kind of useful. Alright, there's another way around. Yeah, my capital's seen better days. Well, miraculously it held there. Right, Shen Wei is getting a bit brutalized there. I was thinking that weakness might be enough to make them consider peace, but it was not. Right, I can get the access through here. And they are under siege. But it's just not enough to consider them to get out of here. Wonder if I could engage in a fight here and convince Pegu to drop the siege. No, he might win the siege though and come and help out, which would double suck. No, amazingly, we have that one under control. That is Shen Wei gone. There's no need for me to piece him out right now though. Oh man, Prome is in a bad state here. Pegu's opinion? No, give me the Diplo. Alright, Langshang are now bankrupt, they're also pieced out, and of course Ayutthaya is here to liberate my capital with me. Let's go! Prome doesn't fall today, and they just came out of a whatchamacallit. Alright, here's what I'm also going to do. See my awesome troops. There's no need for them to be the ones eating the front line. I'm gonna have Ayutthaya and friends eat the front line. I'm gonna get 10 to 1 if I arrive first, which I will. Ah, dang, I need to add a few more to that. Let's see, how long does it take? There's 16 days left on that. You might actually get here in time. but I don't want this going. So 16 days, and it takes me 9 days to get there. Jings, that's savage. Well, I can get there in 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. Let's go for it, lads. I need to liberate my own province here. He's coming in. He'll be in the 22nd. I'll be there in 8 days. Alright. Like I said, I don't want to lose all my army here, so I'm gonna leave behind the guys that I don't want to die immediately. As long as they don't attach to me. And they will come in as glorious reserves. He's not helping out here. Uh-oh. This could go very badly. Save me, you assholes! Okay. That backfired majestically. However, the Overlord sends military mission. In light of our current war with our Overlord's rival, the Kingdom of Pegu, we have been sent a military mission, a large donation to the war chest, and a contingent of replacement troops to aid us in our efforts. Comprised of experienced military leaders and experts in the fields of recruitment and logistics, manpower, ducats, trust, manpower recovery speed, land maintenance. Damn, it's good. It is good to be us. Jake once again too smart for his own good. That's one way of putting it. However, what I like to say is that that's Pegu taken down a notch, and I have the manpower to recover these units, and maybe to also get some of my units back. I should probably detach units here to keep this under wraps. Especially for the capital province of Pegu, which they decided they want. And I decide I don't want them to have it. Maybe I could convince them not to. Wait, who's your overlord? I am a tributary of Ava. Nice of them to take my province back for me. I do super appreciate that. This is under my control now, which is goody. Let's see if I can't convince them out of that province. He's not buying it. Mind you, with that kind of walls breach, that's pretty good. I have an idea though. There we go, now it's mine. When in doubt, just trick about. Not so fond of that massive Pegu stack still being alive though. So let's tell our friends they don't have to stick to me anymore like glue. I'd rather they went and took down our enemy, our shared enemy, Pegu. Also, I should be able to get my claim on Maracu. I suspect that my long-term enemy Bengal is going to take it before me, but it's not a big deal. I just want more coastline. Good grief, they really want my capital. Get off of my capital. Alright, I would like to go over to Dagon Alley, but that's not happening. Oh, bummer. Shenhui are still alive, and that army that I wiped is back. But once Pegu's capital falls, there'll be less to worry about. And it will fall. It better fall. Lana dishonored with Langshang. I still think I've picked up a couple of good allies here. I do want to betray Mongpai, but... Ooh, oh no, Lana lost land to Ayutthaya, making them a pretty crummy ally now. Because that's going to put me at odds with Ayutthaya in a big and bad way. That said, they still have that fort, and I'd rather have that fort on my side than not. I just have to hope that Ayutthaya doesn't want to gun them down. Oh, well, they're hostile towards them. Tangu entered a military coalition against Ayutthaya. Let's not have my big strong ally get gunned down here. It's not what I'm signing up for. Well, it looks like it's what I'm signing up for. There's a Mong Mao Ayutthaya punitive war against goddamn everybody. And Ayutthaya's only friends are Prome and myself, and that is not a war that's going to go particularly well for them. I mean, it might go well for them, but I'm looking to profiteer in this war myself. I think I'm going to have to just float them down the pan here. We can always be friends later on, I'm sure. Yeah, he's not happy with me for that. And in fact, a lot of people took a trust hit with me because I betrayed an ally over that. Was that an ability gaining or losing influence? Looks like they lost out a bit. Could tell them to go on a diet and then extract military points from them so that I can better rush my way towards military tech 4. Which is what I'm going to need because it looks like I'm on my own here. Alright, you know what I said about don't attach to me? Now please really do attach to me because I can't take this fort on my own. But I will back it up. Dang, he's taking that other province that I claimed for myself. Don't worry, Ayutthaya, just focus on Pegu. Pegu's about to fall. Any moment now. Any moment now. Dear. Wait, was it minus 14? I must have read that as 14. No, people, you cannot have access. Langshan can. Well, at least Paraguay helped them out. But looking at this from Mong Mao's point of view... Jings. What a trepidatious situation here. I'm glad I'm keeping this occupied by me. Laws of Prome. I never even thought about karma balance. I haven't played with it forever. But, good to keep it balanced. Between minus 33 and 33, we get some nice bonuses. Alright, well, let's keep it middling there. Pegu has discovered our spy network. Well, that's fine, I can't make claims on them now anyway, although it's going to slow this down by a minuscule amount. Yeesh, Defender's Desert is good, but I really want to take the province. Ayutthaya is going to be bummed with me. I'm going to improve relations and get that alliance back once they get thoroughly stomped by this coalition. I'm impressed by their aspirations, they took so much land. But if it's the Ayutthaya I know, they're going to come out swinging here. Not happy with Shenhui existing though. Water shortage. We've already got the full 12 here. What we need is somebody with a bit of siege prowess, but we have none of that. No, that's not true. Ayutthaya brings a pip of siege here. I definitely want the province of Pegu for myself. This kind of coastal fort shenanigans is difficult to take early game, especially when the Ayutthayan navy isn't helping out. Take every swing at this province I can. We need this. Nae bad, but nae good either, says Debs. That's one way to put it. Trepidatious. Whoa now, Jake, have you been doing some reading on the sly? I use that word quite a bit. The Renaissance is here. Let's just grab the pike and square whilst we can to prove our military might. And there we go. Excellent news. Pegu is ours. I also hit the wrong button and consolidated my troops, but that's okay. I'm too happy to let that get me down. If I take this and take this, we'll have 100% on Pegu for ourselves, whilst Ayutthaya runs around like a headless chicken. Downside is, Pegu and Shenhui's armies are still around. I don't need to take all of Pegu, I just want all of Pegu. So let's bum rush what we can. Hope that Ayutthaya is eating too much of Shenhui so that I can go and clobber Shenhui, which is what I'll actually do. I will risk this biscuit Oof, right, Pegu's right there. Alright, well, evasive maneuvers. No, no, do not path into his troops, please. I can get a favourable piece from Pegu here, but I can get a super favourable piece if I end Shen Wui's miserable existence. Let's keep Ayutthaya sweet. He's not so friendly anymore for some reason. Probably because I dropped him like a sack of tatties earlier. Let's make this a full-on area. I know it's devastated. I know it's not giving me much right now, but hey, we'll get there.